You like hot dogs or tacos better?
That is the age-old question, everybody. Hot dogs or tacos? You know what we're talking about. And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard. My name's Dave, and I'm joined by my favorite moviegoer, my wife, Alyssa.
Hello.
And today we're going to give you our review of the animated adult film Sausage Party, starring Seth Rogen as the voice of Frank.
Kristen
Wiig as Brenda the Bun. And then, of course, a cast of characters. A lot of different actors, including Nick Kroll, Edward Norton.
Salma Hayek.
There's a bunch of different people in this movie. Now, first and foremost, if you don't already know, this is not a kids' animated movie. By any means of the stretch of the imagination. No. Which I think has its going in its favor. This movie is about essentially Toy Story, but for food. If food at the supermarket came to life, and how they live. Now, the movie takes place between kind of all these different characters trying to get to the Great Beyond, which is leaving the supermarket being purchased. But of course, soon do they find out that the Great Beyond might not be so great after all. In fact, they realize that when us humans eat them and prepare them for dinner and things like that, we're essentially killing them. Which is a great kind of a story point to start off with. And kind of the main thrust of the story is Seth Rogen's character trying to figure out why the Great Beyond is not so great and the lie behind it and what they plan to do. Again, it is not a family-friendly movie. When we got our tickets to it, they actually specifically said, do not bring your kids, not a family-friendly movie. But again, I think that has it going in its favor because this movie is very funny. And with a lot of adult humor and a lot of observational humor, things like what if food could actually talk. The story in it is it's okay, in my opinion. What did you think about it?
It's, a mediocre story.
Yeah.
But we laughed the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a good, just sit back, relax, have a good laugh, and don't think about it.
Yeah, it's nice to see that a lot of the jokes that are in here, I can't believe they are in it for animated. I mean, clearly there's this notion of animated movies are kids' movies or are meant for a younger or kind of a family audience. And it's nice and refreshing to see a different take on that. And there's some unique things that you can do in this movie that you necessarily couldn't do in any kind of live action or anything close to that.
Well, I mean, the main characters are a hot dog and a bun.
Right.
You figure out the rest.
There is a tremendous amount of sexual innuendo throughout this entire movie, and then the innuendo ends and we just get into the straight thing. Yeah. But overall, I think the animation looks great. It's very, I enjoyed the juxtaposition of how much the animation looks like. It's not new style of animation. It looks like all of the 3D animation movies that you're seeing now, Finding Dory and all of the Secret Life of Pets. It looks similar to all of that animation, and then these characters start doing these very adult-themed things, and that part is almost as funny to me because it's an entire kind of it's a parody of that genre in its entirety, and it doesn't immediately start off on that. It kind of eases you into it, and then by the end of the movie, it's just full bore. We're just gonna go ham and we're gonna do whatever we want because we're an adult movie.
I like the bun because that's Brenda. Obviously she looks like a bum, but they do a really good job of making her have a womanly figure. Yeah.
There's a lot of characters in this that are food. There's a lot of jokes that are definitely not family friendly, but are hilarious. And they have all the different locations of the supermarket kind of get their own time in the sun. All of the different foods kind of get their own little backstory. Like I said, it's a lot of fun, but let's give our thumbs up standard review. Okay, ready? Remember, thumbs up, good movie, thumbs to the side, okay movie, thumbs down is a bad movie.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
really?
So
See,
split. Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I think there was parts of it that were a little cringeworthy, but I almost think they were going for that.
Well, I'm sure they were going for that.
Right, but I think this is important. This kind of movie is important because lately there has been with animated movies, there's funny parts for adults that only adults would get.
That they add in it so taking the kids to it, Yeah,
you can take your kids to it, but there's jokes for the adults and things like that. I think of Shrek when he has a big castle and he's like, do you think he's compensating for something, right? Only adults would get that joke. Right. Well, this movie basically takes the best parts of that and just does a movie about that.
And it's not little poke here. Like, they just say it.
No, they come right out. Yeah. There's no, like I said, there is obviously innuendo, but they definitely go out there. It's very funny. I think what I like the most about it is that Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, they all are
their alley.
Right, and they're all friends. So it all comes across very genuine and very funny, and they're all comedians. It felt like the studio or whoever's kind of the head of these types of projects didn't have a lot of hands in. Like, the jokes that they wanted to tell got in this movie, which is, one, surprising and also refreshing to a large extent. What were your general thoughts about it? Why did you say it was just a good movie, not a great movie?
I think it went a little too long.
It's a little long,
yeah,
but
and
I get what you're saying.
They pushed it maybe a little too far with, like, the sexual innuendo jokes and whatnot.
Right.
I think they could. So I think for that was the main reason for the side thumbs. And also, I mean, I thought it was funny, but that is not my typical type of humor.
Right. Dick and fart jokes aren't your...
But that being said, I thought it was funny. So
no, I was surprised how much you were laughing through it. Like, I genuinely laughing. Yeah. But sometimes, like you're saying, it kind of just does it because it's an R-rated animated movie and it knows that. And it, like you're talking about, sometimes it just pushes the envelope just to push it.
Like, I get it.
Yeah, but sometimes they go even further. Like, it's the bend don't break, right? It's we're gonna push, and then you're like, okay, they're probably not gonna go in, and then they go further, and you're like, oh my gosh. So for me, I would tell people go see it. Maybe for you, wait till DVD or Blu-ray.
I still say go see it.
Go see it? Yeah, it's worth it? Okay.
Not bad.
Well, if you saw it, let us know what you thought in the comments down below, because we want to know what you guys thought of Sausage Party.
I was going to say Sausage Fest.
So do I. It should have been called Sausage Fest. I don't know why they didn't call it that. All right, until next time. Bye.
See ya.